friends and I were faced with the question of what came next. To define ourselves, to find our voice, to give our best. Some wanted to open doors. I wanted more. I wanted to open up possibilities, to be someone who made a difference to the people I made things for. I wanted to achieve my own potential by helping others achieve theirs. Show them I cared. Have passers-by stop and stare at the way they express themselves and what they could do. Then I found you. This family, who over so many generations have always been the champions of innovation, pushing boundaries with technologies that defy expectation, who make things better by serving others, by going further. In today's complex world of imperfections and progression shouting from every direction, you still fly the flag for human connection. When I stepped out into the world, I wanted to work with people who believed in something true, who could change the way the world moves, who could open the highways to my own future too. And today I'm proud to say I do, because I work with you. Thank you.
I think you have an ongoing need for improvement, but it's not only need, it's also desire.
Making a car fast is relatively easy. I think we do something more than that. We bring the emotion to the experience of driving these cars.
In the Ford family, we have one goal, and that is to win.
If I can do something and help somebody else out, then I'm very motivated to do it.
It was never a 9-to-5 job. I mean, I knew that from the start. I don't mind. My customers are my family.
I build and test prototype engines. Outside of work, I'm actually a retained firefighter. As soon as I leave work here, I'll be on call till I leave for work in the morning. One drill night, I was asked by one of my senior officers, "Oh, do you think Ford will give us a couple of cars?" I said, "Leave it with me, I'll sort something out." It's gotten bigger and bigger. Now we have maybe 5 or 6 fire services coming on site and training. If Ford weren't doing what they're doing now, I think we'd probably go to a road traffic collision and it'd be flip a coin whether we're going to get that person out within 20 minutes.
I want them to feel first a sense of anticipation and expectation that they're going to have an experience that they may not have had before, a feeling of exhilaration, of speed, of control. Is sometimes very difficult, so you end up working very long hours, you end up working weekends to be able to find solutions to unique problems that other people may have given up a long time ago. To me, that's really the essence of an engineer.
Believe it or not, I'm actually a very shy person, but when I'm on the showroom, it's almost like my stage. Every day brings a different challenge. If they didn't have the adaptions done to the vehicles, they would be housebound.
It's just made my life. I look forward to going out in the car.
Monday to Saturday in the dealership and Sunday in shop mobility. Open day events every other Sunday, so it's constant. But the customer driving off in their brand new vehicle, that's fantastic.
I frequently go to the line and tell the guys, what can you do better today than you did yesterday? People have big ideas, small ideas, and it goes from collaborative robots to a wheel closing a tailgate. Having 4,000 people in a plant means you have 4,000 brains. And 4,000 brains are for sure producing much, much better and more ideas than a single brain can do.
I started racing at the age of about 11 years old at the Guernsey kart track. Went through a whole lot of pain to try and raise the money to go racing. My wife and I remortgaged the house 3 times, and then had to sell the house and everything and put that into our racing. We lived in a caravan and literally lived our dream at Silverstone. I figured if I wasn't prepared to commit to myself, then how could I expect sponsors and manufacturers to commit to me? And here I am in the best job in the world.
Please tell me your name and your job title here at Ford.
My name is Carl Anton, and I'm the Director for Vehicle Operation.
My name is Tyrone Johnson. I'm the Vehicle and Engineering Manager for ST and RS Products based here in Europe.
My name is Michelle. I am a mobility specialist for Trust Ford in Belfast.
I'm Andy Prio, and I am the Ford Chip Ganassi Works driver.
My name's Simon Falzon, and I'm an instrumentation engineer.
A man who put everything on the line to live his dream. Andy Prio in the legendary 1966 Le Mans winning Ford GT40. And Dirk Müller taking on the world's toughest competition to claim back the title, driving the 2016 Le Mans winning Ford GT. And to help celebrate his historic Le Mans victories, these iconic GT models will be available as part of the Lego Speed Champion range next March. Next up, Shannon Fielding, a rising star of the British Formula 4, setting the pace for a new generation in a Formula 4 single-seater. Racing thrills to the road and to millions in Europe. Ford RS Chief Engineer Tyrone Johnson and Andrew Fraser and Dennis Coleman from the Ford Ecoblue team in the all-new Focus RS, and a world's first for the award-winning 1-liter Ecoblue was announced today. I'm no engineer, but Dennis tells me that they have introduced a cylinder deactivation system so that one cylinder can stop or restart combustion in 14 milliseconds. That's 20 times faster than the blink of an eye. Unbelievable. Alessio Franco putting safety first for 20,000 young drivers across 13 countries in Europe with driving skills for life. Esther Gironella and Paola Vicino from the Ford of Spain Best Drives team, a community-focused initiative that started in Madrid and is now rolling out to the rest of Spain. Stefan Ansems pushing Ford Mondeo support vehicles to their limits over some of the world's toughest surfaces to help Team Sky to victory in the Tour de France. Here is Kilian Vass winner of Ford's Ideation Challenge, transforming last mile transportation with the groundbreaking Kari. Finding unique solutions to unique problems and bringing creativity to the production line. Karl Anton, willkommen, and Jochen Bruckmann. Michelle Adams, hello, from Ford Belfast, working around the clock to transform people's lives with Motability. Hi, Michelle. Harald Stieling and Susanne Wolf, willkommen from Ford Central Workshop, using smart leadership to help 680 workers make time for university education. And Simon Falson, hi, Ford engineer and part-time firefighter, on a mission that goes beyond the 9 to 5, transferring his knowledge to serve the community and to save lives.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you agree what an incredible lineup this is. For those of you who've just joined us, welcome along. I'm Kate Apter.
And I'm Zoe Torinesi, will be your host for this exciting show for Ford of Europe. As you've heard, and as you can see, tonight is all about the people who are driving the Ford business forward every day.
Yeah, that's right. Let's head over now to one of the key members of the team who has a very special story of his own to tell. Jim.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. We're so thankful to share with each of you what Go Further really means to us at Ford. What I've seen at Ford in Europe is a story about our business. Stephen Odell, who's here with us tonight, made a commitment back in 2012. In the face of a very challenging economic crisis, he promised that we would invest in the future of Ford of Europe in the most difficult of times. That was not an easy thing to commit to, given all the opportunity we had in the US and the enormous growth opportunity in Asia. Stephen and the team faced quite a few doubters. People wondered if Ford could compete against the premium brands that are entering virtually every segment we compete in, and even the low-cost brands from below. But the team did it. We kept our promise. Last year, we made $259 million of profit. And this year, we've already passed $1 billion. But that's not what's interesting. What's interesting is that the team's goal was $600 million for this entire year. And we beat that in 6 months. We beat our expectations because of our people. Our 110,000 strong team and 2,200 dealers spread across Europe like the ones you saw on the video. Because of their efforts, we were able to invest in even more product innovations to transform our customers' experience and reduce waste, because we know customers don't pay anything for waste. And we've emerged a leaner and a smarter business. Since I've been here in Europe, these are the kind of people I meet every day in our engineering reviews, our plant reviews, our quality meetings, our dealer visits, or even in the line in the canteen. They do not accept status quo. They find opportunities often out of nowhere. They're just not satisfied, and they want to make a real difference. Carl showed this on a film that we just played. It closes the boot on every Fiesta that rolls down the line here in Cologne, 1,700 times a day. You may be surprised that Cologne is the most efficient plant in our industry worldwide. And this tire eliminates the need for one person to shut the boot, so they could do something that's even more valuable. It just uses the kinetic energy of our assembly line. It's not sophisticated, it's not over-engineered, and it's not a robot that costs €1 million. But it's ingenious. a practical solution that came from the creativity of our frontline team. And that's what we're all about at Ford. In fact, that's what we expect of each other. These people are what make Ford different. They and many other like them are the heart and soul of our company. They're what Henry Ford would love about us. Over to you, Kate.
Yes, thank you very much, Jim. Well, let's just quickly hear some of the comments that we've received so far from our audience here in Cologne and watching online. Some of the comments that have been tweeted in. Troya in Denmark, for example, says, Ford of Denmark is eager to go even further in 2017 with the Ford brand and looking forward to showing our news to the market. We've had tweets from all over the world. England as well. JC Enoch saying, nothing beats watching the GT roar in. We've had one from Manning the Moon. England, at Kate Abdo, we're all here in the HF Academy UK watching and waiting for the first glimpse of the Fiesta. Can't wait. Special welcome to you guys watching. And another one from Germany here. Platerkop 86 saying, working for Ford fills me with pride. Thank you for being part of this special family. Hashtag go further. Keep using that hashtag. We do love hearing from you, so don't forget to keep on tweeting using that hashtag go further. Well, the business is driven by the people who give so much of their energy and ingenuity at Ford of Europe every single day of their lives. Now let's continue the story and see how that special Ford spirit is being applied to the products themselves. Jim.
Well, thanks, Kate. So when all of you see our products, visualize all those people that are behind them. Our engineers, all of our manufacturing teammates, dealers, our fantastic suppliers, our truck drivers. All of those people are responsible for putting our DNA of the whole company right in the heart of our products. Henry Ford, we know, revolutionized manufacturing so he could make mobility affordable to everyone. And that holds true today. We have the same aspiration. We at Ford dispel the myth that you can find with a lot of OEMs in Europe, elitism. One example that resonates with me is that we've found a way to compete successfully with AMG and BMW's M Series by giving performance enthusiasts even more product at even a better price. And we also give that product a very special personality. Just think of the joy of a 5-liter Mustang with the top down on an open road, or even the pure fun to drive of a 1-liter Ecoblue Fiesta. What we've seen in our business is that there are more and more people who feel that Ford is a legitimate alternative to a premium brand. Look right here in Germany, where those premium brands make up over half the market. We've grown our share here 4 years in a row. 4 years. It's not because we're behind the market. Our share is quality share. In fact, the quality of our share is just improved year over year. The big part of thrill is Ford performance. Here in Germany, the RS, the ST, even the ST line, our growing range of utilities, our new and much more emotional derivatives, some of which you'll see tonight, and increasingly our commercial vehicles like Transit, our vans, even Ranger. They're the reason for our growth. My favorite part of my job is when I get a letter from someone who's got a suggestion. And here's one I received from Eddie Parsons. He's a fan of Ford's. Now, Eddie is so passionate about what we do that he suggested a whole lineup of premium Fords. He called them Lux, Latin for light. He proposed that the range showcase driver aid technology and subtle traction control system for everyday drivers to give Ford a reputation for being innovative and Ford-leaning. He thinks that Ford should be more ambitious, that we should be more groundbreaking and give more luxury in all of our products, and that this will filter down all of our cars because we'll make it affordable, because that's what Ford does. Well, we know exactly what Eddie knows, and he's exactly right. And that's actually our strategy. And I'm really excited to have Eddie here tonight. Now, he's only 13 years old, and he's playing hooky from school. So, Eddie. So, Eddie, if you can get more time off of school, we'd like you to join our executive committee. Wherever we compete in the market, we are going to give more customers more of what they value. In fact, a lot more emotion, more performance, more style, more sophistication, more connected technology. As we look at the road ahead, we see this as the most exciting opportunity in our history, moving beyond making just the hardware, but to offer a differentiated mobility experience. And it's already begun.
Thrilling performance has always been in Ford's DNA, and never more so than now, with a range that is accessible to everyone. First up, the Fiesta Sc200, the most powerful production Fiesta ever. With an optimized ST chassis and revised suspension and steering for more thrilling dynamics. Next, the sensational Mustang, the best-selling performance car in Europe. These new Black Shadow and Blue Edition models bring unique styling and premium specification for customers in Europe. The Mustang Black Shadow features unique black alloys and detailing. And this new Mustang Blue Edition comes with an eye-catching gravel blue exterior body color, enhanced with black bonnet and roof stripes and black 19-inch alloys. The ST Line range, combining the fun-to-drive characteristics and great looks of Ford performance models, in an exciting and affordable package. The Focus ST Line with amazing engines, including the 1-liter Ecoblue plus sport suspension and body styling, and unique alloys, sport seats, and sport steering wheel. And the Mondeo ST Line. Unveiled at the UK's Goodwood Festival of Speed in June, it brings bold styling inspired by Ford performance. This car comes with a luxury interior, clever technology, and with its sport suspension and powerful engine, it's great to drive. Exciting times for Ford performance. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Next, competing in the fastest growing segment in Europe, blending versatility with Ford's fun-to-drive DNA and 5 decades of SUV heritage, the stunning Ford SUV family. The EcoSport Titanium, Ford's small SUV in its highest trim level. Now only 4 meters long, perfect for the city. Compact on the outside, roomy and packed with features on the inside, and sales are up nearly 60% on last year. The Ford Kuga ST Line, fresh from its launch to European media, an incredible journey spanning over 6,000 kilometers from Athens in Greece to Nordkapp in Norway. A comfortable ride, quiet interior, modified chassis, full sports body styling, and packed with technology. The head of the Ford SUV family, the Edge ST Line. Smart, sophisticated, capable, sporty looks, agile in the city, and stable on the highway. Ranger is key to Ford's SUV family, and today sees the introduction of the Great Barrier Reef Beach Patrol concept. Sporty, capable off-road, and packed with accessories for tough rescue operations. And Ford's pickup sales leader in Europe, the Ranger Wildtrak. Tougher, smarter, more efficient, and more refined. It can carry over 1,200 kilograms, tow up to 3,500 kilograms, and wade through water up to 800 millimeters deep. Going head-to-head with the premium brands, the exciting Ford Vignale range makes modern luxury more attainable than ever. Mondeo Vignale Nero, the most luxurious and advanced Mondeo ever. With the finest quality leather and a unique noise-cancelling system that makes traveling in a Ford Vignale calm and stress-free. And 400 dedicated Vignale relationship managers around Europe are ready to take care of your every need. Also launched earlier this year, the Ismec S Max Vignale. Premium handcrafted design, smothered in chrome and leather, spacious, versatile seating, and special time-saving services that come with all Vignale models. Ford has achieved 5,000 Vignale sales with these two vehicles alone. What an exciting lineup, so let's see if Ford customers agree.
So kurz die Strecke auch ist, also egal wo ich hinfahre, macht es einfach wahnsinnig viel Spaß.
Das Fahrwerk, die Leistungsentfaltung, es macht halt einfach Spaß, mit dem Auto unterwegs zu sein.
When I first saw the Mustang, I just fell in love straight away. It's too good to be true.
Der Mustang war so ein Kindheitstraum. Ich habe ein Alfa Romeo Mito und dann sah ich plötzlich in den Nachrichten, dass der Ford Mustang für den europäischen Markt gebaut wird. Und dann den sofort gekauft.
Wo ich das erste Mal den Ford Focus gesehen habe, habe ich gedacht, den muss ich haben jetzt. Ich bin auch dynamisch, sportlich und das passt auf jeden Fall zu 100%.
With the Ford Edge, I thought it was intuitive. The car drives itself. If it gets stuck, it figures it out.
You get out of it after your journey and you feel just as refreshed as when you start, which is really important.
It was a change from Land Rover, and to move to a Ford, I paused for a moment, but I don't look back now.
Hat Ford meiner Meinung nach in dem SUV-Segment einen Meilenstein gesetzt und es ist eine Produktvielfalt, die wir vorher nicht hatten.
Wenn ich zurückschaue, haben wir jetzt wirklich die absolut besten.
It's why so many people are switching to Ford. Here's an example. We didn't need to develop an St200 Fiesta. It's a fantastic car, but why did we do it? Well, because we knew that there were some performance fans who wanted the 200 horsepower in their Fiesta. It may not be a huge group of people, but when you ask our performance engineers themselves, that's the car they want, because it's in our DNA. And how did they do it? Well, this turbocharger and his vanes are from the Fiesta St200. Paul Cole and his team recalibrated this one part, the air intake, to give it 20 extra horsepower and 20% more torque, and to give the engine a much meatier roar. We could have just made the St200 with bigger wheels and cooler spoilers, but that's not what the engineers at Ford wanted to do. Like the ones you saw in that film. They wanted the St200 to be the absolute best, and they wanted to sweat every detail. So now, it's a vehicle that simply makes you feel like you're the best driver in the world. And it's not just performance cars, it's also our commercial vans and pickups. These are vital to our business, and frankly, CVs are at the heart of the infrastructure we all take for granted every day in our lives in Europe. We understand commercial customers at Ford. When they fire up that Ford engine at 4:30 on a frosty winter morning, ready for another 12-hour shift, we're there with them, because it's in the heart and soul of our company. We remain the leader of commercial vehicles in Europe, with over 300,000 sales just this year. That's more than Mercedes, more than Volkswagen. From bank robbers to rock and roll bands, transit has built a lot of people's careers. Transit customers see their vehicles as more than just a tool. It's their partner, something that they can trust. These customers strive for more every day for their own customers, like we do at Ford. And that's why we're taking transit to a whole nother level. Let's take a look.
Cycling is one of those sports where it's not usually about the fittest, it's about us working together. We wanted a vehicle that we could take 5 riders to an event. The Transit was a perfect vehicle for us. It's got air conditioning, it's got heated seats, and the guys love that, especially on a winter's day when they're wet and cold. We can get them warm really quickly.
The bread and butter of GAP is utility companies. The Ford range covers all the utility spec we're looking for. It gives us, the customers, the ability to pick any vehicle from a Transit tipper to a Luton vans. That is the Ford strength.
It's smooth, silent, great bit of kit to drive. Holds my lattes in the morning, keeps me warm. When we get to a job, sometimes we don't want to get out, so without it, our business doesn't run.
I need it to cart all my tools, my crew, and materials around.
It's an essential part of our day-to-day work.
Those customers are using their vehicle for business, so they have to be absolutely sure that it's going to stay on the road.
We need our vehicles to run all year round, and we get that consistently with Ford, so definitely can't ask for more.
We're attracting Volkswagen and Mercedes customers because this is by far the very best commercial range in Europe.
We're seeing people that are actually using these products for family, leisure. All of those types of customers are now coming in, which we've never had before.
Sie wollen einfach eine Art wie der König der Straße sein. Über allem stehen, alles gut im Blick haben.
The design characteristics flow through the entire Ford product range. They give us as retailers the opportunity to capitalise upon a feeling, an emotion I've never been prouder to represent the Ford brand.
We love it. We pull in with a van, we're all together, we all get out. I think just shows us that we mean business and we're there to win a race.
If we can't be reliable, then our clients can't rely on us. It's really, really ideal for us.
I love my family, I love my business, and I love my relationship with Ford Motor Company.
Well, that's a powerful film, and it tells our incredible commercial vehicle story. But you know why these vehicles inspire such emotions? It's in the story behind the story, and the people who are on a mission to keep on making life better for all of us. Take our Ford Ecoblue engine. Michael Cade and the engineering team at Dagenham Diesel Center have worked out a way for the turbocharger to rotate at speeds up to 240,000 revolutions per minute. That's twice the speed of the turbos in a Formula One engine. And it delivers amazing low-end torque and responsive performance to our customers. This is exciting stuff for us. What we get excited about isn't just the vehicles. The dealers are with us tonight and watching online. And they put the same passion into the way they serve our customers. I hear a lot of skepticism about the role of our dealers in our new online economy. But those skeptics haven't met Yusuf Frischmuth. He's from Ford Danners in Austria. Yusuf is typical of many of our dealers. In his case, he gives up his weekends to personally drive a tow truck to help his CV customers. That's because he knows how critical it is to their business, because he's a business person. You can't afford any downtime. It's what happens when great products come with great service. You get the extra mile. Innovation for everyone is the hallmark of our company. And this will be required as we look forward, taking us into all new parts of the mobility landscape. Markets that are brand new for us. In a moment, Mark will explain more about where we're heading.
Yes, thank you, Jim. Well, Ford's achievements in Europe are part of a bigger plan that is transforming Ford all around the world. To explain the huge opportunities that brings, please join me in welcoming onto the stage Ford's Global President and CEO, Mark Fields.
Well, hello, everyone. It is absolutely terrific to be here. And it is such an exciting time for Ford in Europe, but also around the world. And let me tell you why. And it's something you may not expect the CEO of a major global car company to say, especially after seeing all those incredible products. Our long-term vision for Ford is not just about selling more cars. Now, that's still very, very important. But our overall long-term vision is also about making people's lives better by changing the way the world moves, just as our founder, Henry Ford, did more than 100 years ago. Today, we're on the cusp of a mobility revolution. You know, the world is becoming more crowded and more urbanized. Issues of congestion, emissions, road safety, declining air quality, and a strained ecosystem are affecting each and every one of us. And at the same time, consumer attitudes and priorities are changing. And all these trends are affecting how people move. And this is causing us to think very, very differently, and it affects every single person in this room and watching online today. You know, there's a lot of talk these days around technology companies and how they potentially could disrupt the auto industry. But for us at Ford, we're already well into the process of disrupting ourselves. You know, inventing the future is not new for Ford. It's in the DNA of our company. We were founded with a clear mission to make transportation accessible using ingenuity and advancing human progress. Now, contrary to popular belief, Henry Ford did not invent the first car. What he did was find a way of making it attainable for millions of people at a time when most people didn't travel more than 15 kilometers from their homes in their lifetimes. The innovations at Ford, well, it made people more connected and gave them greater opportunities to go where they couldn't go before. And that is still what is driving us today. So Ford is no longer only an automaker. We're now expanding our entire business to be both an auto and a mobility company. And of course, we're continuing to focus on investing in our core business, designing, manufacturing, marketing, financing, and servicing terrific cars, SUVs, trucks, and electrified vehicles. And at the same time, we're aggressively pursuing emerging opportunities, including being a leader in connectivity, mobility, autonomous vehicles, the customer experience, and data and analytics. Our focus on mobility starts with our view that the world has moved from just owning vehicles to owning and sharing them. And this opens up a massive opportunity to help create an entirely new definition of how people move. Being an auto and a mobility company is also, well, it's a massive business opportunity for all of us. Now, if you think about it this way, the traditional auto industry generates about $2.3 trillion in revenue each year, but transportation services are worth $5.4 trillion, and that's going to grow in the next 15 years. So for us, this isn't about moving from an old business to a new business. It's simply about moving to a bigger business. And we know we can't do this alone. So we're also working with partners both inside and outside the company to bring our vision to life. First, we're focusing on the development of new mobility services to help people move more easily through cities. Now, we know that every city is unique with different needs and different transportation challenges. And that's especially relevant here in Europe, where many of the city systems affect how vehicles are powered and the modes of transport people use. And to drive this effort, we created the Ford City Solutions team. They've started with San Francisco, and they'll grow from there, including right here in Europe. And one of the solutions we identified early on is a shuttle service that complements mass transit for people living in cities. We've acquired Chariot, which is an app-based crowdsourced shuttle service that actually adapts to customer demand. And because our transit vans are perfect for this application, it is a great example of how our core business is supporting new emerging opportunities in mobility services. So take a look. Chariot shuttles are fast, they're reliable and affordable, and of course, convenient. And for every one shuttle that is placed into service during peak times, urban congestion could be reduced by up to 25 vehicles. Now, here's an automaker talking about taking vehicles out of a city. Now, that sounds pretty disruptive to me. Chariot has already launched in San Francisco and Austin, Texas, with plans to work with at least 4 more cities in the next 15 months. Now, another area that cities, as well as consumers, are asking for is electrification. Now, this is a market that will continue to pick up the pace as technologies become more affordable and the charging infrastructure improves. And that's why earlier today, we announced our intention to join forces with other automakers to establish the necessary infrastructure. We initially planned to build at least 400 ultra-fast charging locations throughout Europe with capacity to charge 63 million vehicles a year. And by 2020, this network will expand to thousands of high-powered charging points for our customers. And this will make the dream of owning an electric vehicle easier and also more practical. So we are serious about electrified vehicles. In fact, we're investing $4.5 billion in electrified solutions by the end of the decade and introducing 13 new electrified vehicles to our portfolio around the world. Now, of course, we're known for exciting, fun-to-drive products that suit every customer's taste and lifestyle. And our electrified vehicles, well, they'll be no different. Now, a third focus area in new mobility solutions is in autonomous vehicles. And our commitment is to make an autonomous vehicle available to millions of people. And we've been researching and developing autonomous vehicles for more than 10 years, and it leaves us as one of the best placed in our industry. And it's our intention to put the first Ford autonomous vehicles on the road in 2021 in either a ride-hailing or a ride-sharing service. Now, to explain more about our approach, I'll hand it over to our Manager of Automated Driving in Europe, Thomas Lukaszewicz.
Thanks, Mark. There's a lot of talk out there about autonomous vehicles, which can be confusing for all of us. So, for Ford, it's been very important to define what we mean by autonomous. We talk about it in 2 distinct categories: driver-assist technologies and full autonomous driving. Driver-assist technologies help you to be a better and often safer driver, and the vehicle remains in control of the vehicle. These features are designed to serve our core customers who are interested in personal vehicle ownership. Ford's huge portfolio of driver assistant features is already industry-leading and available right across our product range today. And we are tripling our investment in driver assist technology within the next 2 years. Our specialist team in Germany at our Aachen Research and Innovation Center, as well as researchers located here in Cologne and throughout the world, will continue to play an important role in their development. But where we see the greatest opportunity to expand our business and serve new customers is fully autonomous vehicles, which takes the drivers completely out of the loop. When used in ride-hailing or ride-sharing services, this has the potential to reach millions of new customers who don't currently have access to affordable transport or who choose not to own a vehicle because of the difficulties of driving and parking in crowded cities. It also opened up opportunities for the elderly, for people with disabilities, and for those not yet old enough to drive. So you may be asking, how does an autonomous vehicle work? From our perspective, there are 2 main components. First is the vehicle itself. Then there is what we call the virtual driver system, which is made up from some key elements. There are sensors like LiDAR, cameras and radar, which all gather data about the environment. There's a 3D map which provides knowledge about the environment in which we are driving, and software, algorithms that help interpret the environment and make decisions on how to drive the car. There's been a perception that automakers are just the hardware guys, but that's not the case at Ford. As well as developing the vehicle platform as you would expect, we are creating our own virtual driver system with a growing specialist team at our global research and innovation centers. And just recently, we have also announced several new partners to accelerate our progress. One of these is an exclusive alliance with Nuremberg Neuroscience. The company's founder, Dr. Schuyler Nuremberg, has found a new technique for artificial intelligence that is based on how humans process information. It holds incredible promise to help blind people see and exciting possibilities for our virtual driver system. Let's hear from her now.
I mean, I'm a basic scientist. I didn't set out to try to treat blind people. I didn't really know any blind people. I was just trying to fundamentally understand the big questions of neuroscience. So I was studying the input-output relationship of this little mini brain that's in our eye. You have images that are coming into your eye, and those images go into this neural circuitry, and this neural circuitry processes it. And it throws out parts you don't need, holds onto parts you do need, and it sends it to the retina's output cells, which send it on to the brain. Millions of years of evolution have sculpted that code, and so what I did was abstract it into math. So once it's a set of equations, and you can just write software and implement it on a chip. The goal initially was really to restore sight to blind people. So when I figured out that code, this tremendous opportunity was placed upon me. And I realized that the code applies to cars. And so that's what we're trying to do, is to pass on those same skills that we have into a car. One of the things that we've been working on together with Ford is a shared responsibility to make this car. So I'm giving them the basic science of it, the neural code, and then they superimpose LiDAR and other things onto it so that it is a very robust system for extra safety. If you have a smart car, they can think on the fly. So not just knowledgeable, not just gathering tons of data. So that's what we're trying to do, is to make cars able to see and process visual information. I do care deeply about making the world better. When 1 minute is an opportunity, 5 seconds later is a responsibility.
Ford's partnership with Nuremberg Neuroscience could ultimately help our automotive vehicle to see the world around them. We have a lot of more hard work and innovation in front of us, and a lot of excitement too. Mark?
Okay, thank you, Thomas. So I think you can see that our European team is at the heart of some very exciting developments that actually few would have thought possible just a few years ago. Now, we're already testing in the US right now, but there are many unique aspects of the roads and the rules here in Europe. And the challenges, such as left-hand drive versus right-hand drive, narrower roads, different infrastructure and road signs, and more interactions with pedestrians and cyclists, not to mention the regulations and the local differences. And that's why we're announcing today that Ford autonomous vehicle testing will begin on European roads beginning next year. So as we look at the future, it is very clear that this is a moment of transformation in our industry, and importantly for Ford. The 200,000 men and women of Ford and the 200,000 dealer employees around the world are embracing this challenge. In fact, we are absolutely energized by it. And we're continuing to do what Ford people have done for the past century. We're making people's lives better by changing the way the world moves, making transportation accessible to millions, using ingenuity, and advancing human progress. Thank you.
Yes, a big thank you to Mark and Thomas for those insights into Ford's exciting vision for mobility. All right, now we are moving from Ford's vision of the future right back to where we are, right here in Cologne, and the car that is set to capture all the passion that runs through Ford's entire vehicle lineup, the next generation Ford Fiesta. Well, Fiesta is backed, as you know, by a rich heritage that spans 4 decades. So let's start by reflecting on its incredible journey so far. Karel Willard was one of the test engineers for the original Mark I Fiesta. He is here with us this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to you, Karel. I know that you helped to lay the foundations for a 40-year love affair with European customers. Yes, welcome. Talk to us about that time back in 1976, working on that early prototype. At what point did you realize that you were working on something very special indeed?
Ford set out to create the most outstanding small car the world had ever seen. And that's exactly what it achieved. We drove the Mark I Fiesta day and night, twice as far as to the moon and back, on all surfaces and under a range of conditions.
I'm sure it was a fascinating time. Thank you for sharing your memories with us. As you all know, Fiesta's produced a really incredible fan following over the years, and this family here, if I can just squeeze in, Karel, sorry, is definitely one of the most die-hard fan families ever to have existed. Please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Carlo and Gianfranco Tedeschi and their son Paolo from Reggio Emilia in Italy. Welcome. Just to explain to everybody why you're here, your family bought one of the very first Fiestas. That was back in 1976. The family has kept it ever since, so that car has been in your family for a good 40 years now. Paolo, you're one of 7 children, all of whom learned to drive with your dad in that Fiesta. Talk to us about what that experience was like.
Guidare la Fiesta con nostro padre come insegnante è stato un po' impegnativo perché nostro padre è un severo insegnante. Però per noi è stato anche bellissimo guidarla perché intanto è sempre stata un'auto divertente e questo è uno dei motivi per cui l'abbiamo sempre tenuta con noi, ma soprattutto perché la Fiesta ormai è diventata parte della nostra famiglia e mio padre è un'auto che ha sempre amato tanto e che ha sempre tenuto con noi.
So Paolo just said that it was really exciting to learn to drive in the Fiesta. Now she's really part of the family. But it was not always that easy because his dad was a pretty strict teacher. But I think that's a bit like this in every family, I guess.
Fantastic. Well, it's wonderful to have you with us and to share that part of the history of the Fiesta family. Thank you very much to the Tedeschi family and to Karel. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it really is clear that Fiesta is a car that has inspired generation after generation. And to help us celebrate that amazing heritage, we are now joined by a very special guest. DJ Yoda is a multi-award-winning hip-hop DJ and producer with a unique talent for his creative scratching and quick mixing. And we have set DJ Yoda a challenge tonight to capture the inspirations, the passions, and all the feel-good emotions that Fiesta has brought to so many through 4 unforgettable decades. Take it away, DJ Yoda.
I'm vanilla killer, I'm on KQ, 1060 on the dot. One, two, three.
Music.
Forward to the 3, 2, 1. It's nice to meet you. I came to run this. I
Big thank you, ladies and gentlemen, to DJ Yoda. Just an incredible way to look back at 40 years of history. We are joined now by Ford of Europe's Vice President for Marketing, Sales and Service, Roland de Waard. Roland, welcome to you. Of course, we hear lots of automakers, don't we, claiming that their customers are passionate about their cars. There are very few of them that can back that up with any real facts or any real evidence. We're certainly feeling the love for Fiesta this evening. What are the facts, though?
Well, hi, Kate. And I think one of the best proof points of the strength of the Fiesta is that even this year, the last year of its production, the current Fiesta remains to be the best-selling small car in Europe. We've sold over 17 million since its launch in 1976. And probably the more important metric is what's behind that. And that's that the Fiesta customers have consistently rated the Fiesta amongst the very highest for customer satisfaction in the industry.
But how do you take a car that is already phenomenally successful and build on that and improve that?
Well, what we're seeing is there is increasing diversity in the demand for the cars in that segment. So we are diversifying Fiesta as well. And what that means is that we're taking the Fiesta personality, turning that into a whole range of Fiesta models. Now, another interesting fact is the growth of the premium segment by 25% in the last year. So what are we doing with that? We're taking the Fiesta upscale, and we're adding a whole new level of high-tech technology and innovation. So basically what we're doing is we're taking everything that we love about Fiesta and giving the customers even more.
Sounds absolutely fantastic. Of course, Fiesta will be built right here in Cologne. So to tell us more about that, we're joined by production team manager Jenny Schultz. Jenny, welcome to you as well. What better birthplace then for the next generation Fiesta than the plant that has played such a big part in the history?
Yeah, absolutely, Kate. We've been producing Fiestas here at NIL since 1979, spending all the 7 generations of this product. So you can see it's really a major part of our lives here in Cologne. Over 8 million Fiestas have rolled off the lines over the years, and we invested more than 600 million euros in the facility since 2008. And over the last 2 model cycles, we also improved our efficiency about more than 40%. So much so, every car rolls off the line every 86 seconds.
It's an incredible rate. How on earth do you make it possible?
Yeah, we have a very special team here at NIL. All 18,500 Ford employees that are based here are applying their ingenuity every day to achieve amazing things. And 4,000 of them are dedicated for Fiesta. And NIL is also one of the first car makers in the world that has robots working hand in hand together with assembly line staff.
All right, it was fantastic to have both of you with us. We are now just moments away from the global premiere of the next generation Fiesta family. Ladies and gentlemen, we've organized something very special to celebrate the occasion. Roland.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is a new chapter in the evolution of an icon. Not one, but 4 new Fiestas. Athletic, sporty, elegant, and luxurious. A story of passionate people and cutting-edge technology working in harmony to express Fiesta's personality and allowing customers to express theirs. And we have a very special way of introducing the next generation Fiesta family tonight.
Yes, that's right. It is our very own robot, straight from the production line here at the NIL plant. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Yumi.
this is exactly what we've been talking about all tonight. Because what's really special about this car is the part you can't even see. It's the real magic of Ford. And where does that magic come from? That feeling of the car and the joy of driving? It comes from the 4,000 people who poured their hearts and souls into creating this product right here in Neal. 5 years ago in this very building, we agreed to build the world's most successful small car. And we've done it. All the hopes and dreams of those people come down to this single moment. For all of those here tonight who worked on this product, we all humbly thank you. All those late nights, they were worth it. And this moment is yours. Let's hear from some of our team behind the new Fiesta.
All right, big thank you to Jim for that. I'm here right now with Ford of Europe's Vice President for Product Development, Joe Bakai. Joe, welcome to you. What a moment this is for Ford of Europe. First things first, if you would, introduce us to the new family.
Yes, so first up, Titanium is our core model, taking Fiesta upscale with an exciting standard of elegance. Vignale is our highest expression of our craftsmanship, along with a very special customer experience. Now, ST Line is inspired by our high-performance cars in an affordable and practical package. And this is the first ever vehicle to be offered in the new Active Series style that we know our customers want in the segment. The Fiesta 1-liter Ecoblue is already the most powerful production engine of its kind, and we've made it even better by mating it to a new range of 5- and 6-speed transmissions. Next generation Fiesta is even more stylish, with that hint of cheekiness, as well as offering great practicality. We also believe that this is the most technically advanced small car in the world. It brings a huge range of features you'd only expect to find in a much larger car, including Sync 3. And the standard of refinement and craftsmanship sets a whole new benchmark in the segment.
All right, wonderful. Great to hear from you. Thank you. I know that we've got some of your team members as well dotted around the room to tell us more. So let's jump over now to Zoe, who is at the Fiesta Vignale.
Thanks, Kate. I'm here with Ford of Europe's Design Director, Joel Piaskowski. Welcome. So, Joel, Fiesta has always been praised for its design, and I think hopes will be very, very high for this new car. Why do you think the next generation Fiesta will be a winner?
Well, Zoe, we listened to the customer. And from the customer, we heard everything that they wanted and loved about their car and evolved it into a very sleek, stylish, sophisticated package. If you look at the body side, it's very sculptural. When you open the doors, you really see the revolution of the new Fiesta. More space, different style and accommodation, and it's highlighted by an 8-inch touchscreen. And what that's allowed us to do is remove 20 buttons on the center stack. So it's a much easier, simpler environment for the customer to drive in. If you look up top, there's a new panoramic sunroof, and this really lets the light pour into the car. It's a really exciting feature for our customers. And finally, we've crafted the most upscale premium materials and finishes that we've ever had on a small Ford car. And that really highlights the 4 personalities of Fiesta you see here today, including the new Vignale behind me.
So Ford design innovation at work, that sounds very, very good. Thank you so much, Joel, and back to you, Kate.
Yeah, thank you, Zoe. We've moved across to the Fiesta ST line. And I'm joined here by Fiesta's Chief Program Engineer, Glenn Gould. Glenn, good to see you. Again, we can't talk ST Line without talking performance, can we? Fiesta's been known now for 40 years as a car that is amazing fun to drive. Your job was to make it even better. It's a tough brief. How did you do it?
Hi, Kate. Yeah, we took one of the best chassis Ford has ever produced. We fine-tuned it, and we set a whole new benchmark in the segment. The car's got more grip, it's more responsive, it's smoother, and overall cleaner to drive. And it's the quietest car in its class. We've also added solid rear discs, so braking distance is phenomenal. In fact, it's within 1 meter of a Porsche 997. Fiesta Ecoblue's 1-liter powertrain is also the most powerful volume production engine ever. In fact, it's won the International Engine of the Year 5 times now. And now it's even better. Also, there's a high-powered diesel engine available, offering more power, more torque, and better fuel economy. Kate, without question, this is the most fun to drive small car in the world.
Sounds absolutely fantastic. Thank you, Glenn. Well, there's just one more Fiesta now to meet. That is the exciting new Fiesta Active Zoe.
So I'm joined here at the Active by Vehicle Line Director for Global B Cars, Darren Palmer. So Darren, I'm sure your new Active customers will be very happy to hear that this is the most technically advanced small car in the world. That's a very big claim, and what makes you so confident?
Well, these cars are packed with technology. Sync 3 with AppLink is the most advanced voice control system we've ever put into our small cars. You can voice control many functions, for example, Spotify. Or you can use natural language and say things like, I need a coffee, and it'll pull up a list of cafes nearby. And with the new ergonomic floating central screen, this is the highest resolution and brightest screen in the industry. And the B&O Play sound system is mind-blowing. Now here's one more fact for you. The new anti-collision system on the front of the Fiesta can detect objects 130 meters in front of the car. That's about the length of this gigantic screen here, and 20 times more than the current vehicle. And if the driver does not react when it's detected an obstacle, then the car will autonomously brake and thus prevent an accident. And that's only one of 15 new driver information and safety systems on this car. Here they are on the screen. I can test you on those acronyms if you like there, Zoe.
I think we're running out of time, but I definitely got the picture. Thank you so much, Darren, and back to you, Kate.
Yeah, thank you, Zoe. Well, thank you as well to all of our Fiesta team for helping to make this such a memorable night for all of us here. And now to bring the show to a close and to help us celebrate this incredible milestone in the Ford of Europe journey, it is back to you, Jim.
So as we come to the end of the show, I think you've seen the extraordinary spirit of all of our people. People who choose not to be satisfied with what they're given, or especially the status quo. They want to make a real difference in people's lives. And that's what's great about working at Ford. It's the spirit and the heart of our company. We go further, so you can. So let's hear from our team about that.
From our very beginning.
Long before I was born.
People have been at the center
of everything we do.
And everything we'll ever do.
I innovate to give vehicles more personality.
I make world-class thrills you can afford. To make everyone feel like the world's best driver.
I make the latest technologies open and available.
uns alle zu verbinden und unser Leben zu verbessern.
I use my skills and knowledge to save people's lives.
I push the limits of my ingenuity.
To help everyone get the best from life.
And help create a better tomorrow.
By changing the way the world moves.
For you and for all of us.
We each go further.
We each go further.
We each go further.
So you can.
So you can.
So you can.
We are Ford. We are Ford.
We are Ford.
We are Ford.
We are Ford.
Wir sind Ford.
We are Ford.
That's exactly what drives all of us. It's what makes our difference as a company. We are Ford. We're building momentum. We're creating the future. And we're doing it together. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge thank you to all of you in the audience and online around the world for being together with us. Until next time, good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have all been part of something very special here today, and you have been a fantastic audience.
A huge thank you to all our guests and to all of you for being here with us. Until next time, from everyone here in Cologne, good night.